my nitaita ile ya KCPE, but most of you know me as MCA Tricky. Oh my goodness, na hema. Leo nataka tukuwe na conversation, and the best way to have it is when one microphone is over there, so that tupige story. Badala ya sasa munisikize, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not here to tell you that if you don't do this, you are doomed. If you do this, you will succeed. No. I just want to share my story. And my story is as a short story, but I find it interesting to share with young people like you. Hapa sisi wote tumemaliza form 4, sio? Tumemaliza form 4 sisi wote. Tunatafuta namba. Thank you very much. So there's this confusion which comes when tumemaliza form 4, or else you have achieved that level of education in this country. Umepata grade yako, iko mkononi. You are trying to figure out what next. That what next question is very important in life. You know, tulipokuwa shuleni, primary school, high school, no one took time to explain to us what happens after you get the grade. The only thing walikuwa wanatuambia shuleni ni wewe soma tu kwa bidii, wewe pata A, wewe pata B, wewe leta grades, wewe tenda, wewe fanya composition, wewe maliza hiyo assignment, wewe fanya hivi. But they never told us what we are supposed to do after you get that grade in this country. And it's so much painful to see young people getting lost in that bracket. Mimi nilipomaliza form 4, nimeruka story refu. If you have a question, you'll ask me how I went there. I know most people don't know how Tricky came out to be ati amemaliza form 4 ama amefanya nini. Mimi nimepitia makekes, and that's one I know everybody has gone through that. I don't want to repeat that story. Everybody has a sad story, serious, about their life. Humble beginnings. I don't want to talk about that. Everybody has that. Kukosa school fees, everybody has gone through that. Kukosa uniform, everybody has gone through that. But now we are talking from the point, tumemalizana na hiyo. Let's talk about the future now. When I completed my form 4, I passed very well, and I thank God for that. But even after passing very well, nilikuwa nasomea shule iko Nairobi. I thank my God. I have to mention this because I know where I'm headed in my story. In my high school, I was in school courtesy of a scholarship. So at least I thank God. School fees kidogo haikuwa mbaya. But just before we completed form 4, tulichoma shule. So unajua that bad habit of young vibrant students. Tulichoma shule. Wacha niseme 2, sitaki kujitoa sasa. 2 because it was the school. It was down, burned to ashes. And that was around July. Tulipochoma shule, mwenye shule alikasirika sana because it was a private school. Na alipokasirika, alituwekea kila mwanafunzi some hefty amount of money to pay, including me, mwenye nilikuwa na soma through scholarship. The reason why nilikuwa na soma through scholarship is because I couldn't raise a shilling to pay my fees. Somebody, some good Samaritan has taken me to school, so I was under the program. But this is July. Shule imesoma, imechoma, na tumeitishwa 120,000 Kenyan shillings. That time, mentioning that amount to my family was like telling them, basi simuniue tu. Muniue, mamangu ningemwambia hivyo angeniambia si afadhali uniue basi. So it was a bit confusing and difficult, but I hustled myself. I didn't go to school again. I sat for my KCSE outside school. I was just hovering around Nairobi, waiting for the KCSE. I didn't know what to do, but nilishikilia tu hizo months. Here is the problem. When I completed my form 4, I couldn't access my documents for my school because of that fee balance. It was unimaginable. Thank God I had passed. Nilikuwa nimeitwa Kenyatta University. But when you're joining campus or any tertiary institution, sometimes it can be very hard for you if you don't have the what we call the startup capital. Kadogo tu kale kupush, even if it's 10,000. I didn't have any. I didn't have my results slip. Nimeshikiliwa shuleni. I didn't have my certificate. Nimeshikiliwa shuleni. I don't have. The only thing I had that time was my birth certificate, I think. When people were lining to check in the university reception during the what we call the first year's inauguration, you should have that time you are required to have all your documents aligned, your certificate, your result slip, your bank slip. Bank slip was very important. Bank slip, nile umelipa the first, I can remember that was 22,000. I had nothing. The only thing which was in my hands hivi ilikuwa birth certificate, but I still lied. Nililine hapo na watu wakitembea hivi wamebeba documents with a birth certificate peke yake. The reasons why I'm telling this story is because in as much as I had passed, there is a possibility that I could have given up and I could have just said, si lazima, wacha niingie jata ingine huku, wacha nipige kazi zingine huku, sasa sina bob, naenda shule aje, what people give up easily. People give up because of petty reasons, but I did. I lined up there. When I got to that gentleman who was admitting us, I looked at him kwa macho, nikamwambia, boss, sina document ingine. Admit me, tutapiga story baadaye. The gentleman looked at me, up to date. That guy is my friend. He's an old Muslim. The guy admitted me out of, I don't even know what happened. And according to the school rules and policies, hakuna venye angeweka tics hivi aseme ati nimeadmitiwa vizuri, but he admitted me. Then he called me to the office next day. Long story short, I was admitted in KU. Uwe utaki kujua vitu zingine, what happened there. I had so many meetings with even the DVCs and everybody explaining myself bila kuchoka. Sometimes I look back at that time na naona ilikuwa kidogo tu hivi lose hope na singeadmitiwa because I couldn't raise any money to KU or else to my former high school to get the documents or so. But at the end of the day, I got admitted. That is step number one. I didn't give up. The bigger monster now came here. When you are just out of Form 4, there is this big confusion inatandika. The confusion of what do I really want to be? What am I going to study? What is it that I feel I want to become? That is the moment when all the confused advices come to you through everybody. Wazazi, aunties, everybody from or former schoolmates, everybody come with their own idea. Enda ukafanya nasi. Enda ufanye hai, wachana na nasi. Ule alisomea nasi na hakuna mahali ameajiriwa. Kenya hakuna jobs. Fanya hata mzali ufanye Bachelor of Economics, utoke shule ujiajiri. Hapana, huyu alifanya economics akaanguka. Kidogo kidogo unaona mtu anapita na jibu. Unaulizia huyo, huyu alifanya Bachelor of Arts. Nana kwa hiyo confusion say, this is confusion ya. You don't really know what you want to be. Ana kwa hapo sasa, ndio kwa hiyo. Lazima akakutandike. And if you have, kama umevuka hiyo step, jipigie kofi moja. Thank you so much. That is a very bad stage of life because you can regret. Sometimes you can be admitted into some course, but after some time, unaacha kuifeel. Unaacha kuifeel kabisa, you are not connected to that. You were admitted in the school, for example, just an example, hotel management and tourism. But after some 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, inaacha kuingia. Unaanza kufikiria vitu vingine tofauti. I'll give you my case. When I was admitted in Kenyatta University, First of all, I was misled by so many voices from choosing the courses. Wakati wetu tulikuwa tunaita JAB, Joint Admission Board. I made the most, I don't know kama kuna Kiingereza kama wrongest, the most wrongest decision ever. Just because my former high school student who was the best in their form 4 alikuwa amechagua course fulani, watu walinichocha, unaona hata alikoka ameenda kafanya hiyo course, can you take the nikatika karaka. So I was admitted in KU as a biochemistry student. Yes, biochemistry student. No, I am not saying biochemistry is bad. There are people who are doing so well with biochemistry. There are people who are doing so well in that. But I just followed blindly. Hatijua alikoka alipata na yeye alikuwa genius na alienda kufanya biochemistry. Hata mimi nataka kuingia kwa hiyo lende yako kutoka KU. In my form 4 I had passed well. I got an A. But I made a bad decision because biochemistry is not my life. Imagine, amini usiamini. These stories I'm sharing here I've never shared with anybody. I studied biochemistry in Kenyatta University for 2 solid years. Whatever happened next, kila mtu alikuwa anadhani nimechizi. I changed my course after taking biochemistry for 2 years. I went, in fact, according to the university policy, it's very hard for you to change a course after 2 years. But I still followed it. I looked for every relevant office. All the offices that school, dean of school says, pure and applied sciences, I don't know who. To the point that I even met the VC. That time VC was Madam Olive again. And I changed my course. After taking 2 years down, I switched from biochemistry. And that is when I joined mechanical engineering. Because that is where my life was. That is what I loved. That is what was in my brain. That is what I was waking up to. I was attending engineering classes when my registration number was reading biochemistry. And that's how I changed my course. When I changed my course, I can remember my course-mates then, biochemistry, thought that nimechizi. Achana na Frank, sikizi anavuta bangi mingi. Ameachana na shule, ako huko, what. Everybody, no one could believe what I've done. Everybody was telling me I'm crazy. I can remember the dean of students that time was telling me, kijana kama umelemewa na shule, sema tu, we will de-admit you and you go wherever you want. But I knew what I wanted. I started as a first year in Kenyatta University School of Engineering. And I remember engineering is 5 years. It's a 5-year course. How many years are those in the university? That's crazy. Umemaliza miaka 2, umebakisha 2 ugraduate, then unarudi nyuma, unakuja kuanza course ya 5 years. Hata mimi wakati mwingine nilikuwa najiita kama mkutano. Ushaongea na wewe? Unafanya nini? Achana na mimi, najua kitu nafanya. Uko serious wewe? It was crazy. All this time, I didn't know what God was preparing for me. I never knew. When I started as a first year in KU, a first year, third year, first year, the School of Engineering. Nikaanza vizuri na engineering. Everything was flowing very well. I was getting A's because I'm home. I'm enjoying life. In fact, I was a class representative. By second year, I was the vice chairman School of Engineering in KU. I was so passionate with engineering because I loved it and I love it up to date. And I never regretted even a minute after changing that course. So when my friends are graduating, wale wa biochemistry, mimi niko second year School of Engineering. Niko tu. Third year ikianza, mapepo zangu za MCA Tricky zikashika sasa. I was all alone. I don't want to talk about the talent part of it because Mitch has already talked about that. All this time, wakati niko biochemistry, si field classes, By the way, biochemistry is the course which pushed me to start mambo na acting. Because I had all the time. Sikuwa na attend classes. Hiyo time ya classes ulikuwa unanipata huko theater, Kenyatta University Traveling Theater, doing a lot of plays there and everything because I have time. So after all these things, I came to connect dots. At this point, I'm third year, mechanical engineering. They may act KU for over 2 years, so at least I had some, at least nilikuwa nimejua perform comedy. Then I joined Churchill Show. After joining Churchill Show, he has talked about how celebrity life and this public figure thing can affect your academics. After becoming an MCA Tricky, I singeingia KU kusoma. Singeingia. I tried. And when I used to try, that time is when MCA Tricky was MCA Tricky. Everybody was like tricky sana all over the country. And I'm there, I'm a third year. And the lecturer, third year engineering is not a joke. It is not a joke. Hapo things are tough. Kidogo nikaweka hapa kando kidogo tu, nikakuwa tuna register units. Lakini because I love it, nakuja tu kufanya cuts peke yake na ingia tu siku ya cut wanaona tu ya tu wow, kitia. But I used to study outside class. Only that it was a bit confusing. It was hard for me to balance between being the sensational comedian in the country and then having some class 3 pale KU. It was very difficult. I used to update notes from my friends because I couldn't attend a class. Once I tried to attend that time, the whole of KU students walikuja class yetu engineering wote. Paka lecturer akazuba akauliza what is happening today. So I couldn't handle that pressure. It was hard for me to balance. But listen to me. If ningejoin comedy, nikifanya biochemistry, that would be the end of my degree. That could be the end of my degree. Thank God, I joined art when I was pursuing my passion. And that is why, 4th year I got back to class, struggled, and come 2019, very late, in MCA University, I finally graduated. Reason being, I pursued my passion. That is what helped me. People ask me, why struggle with the degree and comedy has given you fortune? When I was completing my degree, I had really grown in the industry of comedy. I had my small car, I could afford some small house. Pesa ya usanii ni tamu, by the way, unajua ni tamu because inaingiana mingi mpaka unashtuka because of when you are sensational you can get pesa mingi. And you know when pesa comes in, unasahau vitu zingine. So people ask me, Tricky, why did you struggle with this degree? Na comedy yako ilikuwa inaendelea vizuri and you can invest with the comedy and move on with life like other people. This is the answer I give them. Education was not meant to give us jobs. Whoever designed education, I don't know him or her, he didn't design education for it to give us professions. Education was meant to grow our brains and our thinking capacity. Even by being educated itself, it's enough to change your life, hata kama hujaajiriwa. I will ask you a question. Venye mko saa hii after form 4, do you think you are in the same level na wale majamaa waliachia class 8? Sitaki kusema wao ni duni, but maybe circumstances ziliwafika, but venye unajibeba saa hii ni venye mtu mwenye aliachia class 8 anajibeba. You are two different people. The way you are seeing things now is very different from the way you will see things after this tertiary education. I don't know if I don't know the best example I can use, because today was supposed to be a career mentorship. Ingia kwa job sana. I want us to mentor ourselves. How I wish I could know each and everyone's trail of education and academics and dreams, but I want to share with you. dare to dream. Yani, wherever you want to go for it, just do it. Don't overthink. These small stumbling blocks which come your way, those are meant to be there. Sometimes follow your heart. Do things. Let people say you are crazy. Do them. Change your course to what you want. Change it. And be a desire, change it to what you think fits you. Because whatever you plant now is yours and yours alone. Si ya mzazi wako, si ya beshte yako, si ya mwalimu wako. What you're trying to build now is your own future. Your own future. Don't ever feel ashamed of following your heart. Just that. Start to sana mambo mingi, story mingi, how to do this. You know, people might be having many questions, but just know that. Just follow your heart. And number 2, please. Always upgrade your education. Hata hii masomo nataka kuendea saa hii, it's not the final. Bado. There is no excuse like school fees. No. These institutions you're seeing here, plus hata zenye ziko hapa, they have so many courses with so different packages. They have everything that you need. Everything that you need is in this institution. Hata ukataka kusoma course ya 5,000, watu wangu huko, nikitaka kusoma course hata ya 5,000, sisi ziko hapa. You can start small. See like what they do. You can start small, but fix your eye onto the price. I know sometimes fees inakuanga a big issue. Sometimes misunderstanding. You want to become a nurse, but you can't raise that 60,000 per semester. Now umeng'ang'ana left right center. Start somewhere. There is a course which can lead you there. Sitaki kuambia ule jamaa alianzisha police station mwezi mmoja, but I don't want to get there. But there's that power. You know, hatuwezi toshana. Everybody has a family background tofauti. But usichoke moyo kwa sababu course yako inahitaji a lot of for example, there are people who scored a D+. Now they think that I always wanted to be a medical officer. And sasa you cut off the C+, you can't. No, you can get there. There are cases, you can get there. You can always get there. I wish next time you will bring them true testimonials. Jamaa wa noma wenye walianza small. And there's this group of courses that most people wanadharau. And they are the most important. Sijui bwana watu hudharau hiyo kitu. What is your experience when students are applying for courses? Wanaonanga hizi technical courses, wanaonanga kama ni kitu ya watu leo kidogo. Like you don't want to do electrical wiring, you don't want to do building construction. You know ni kama wasema wanakuchekelea. Most people think that, you don't want to start from yani course hizo watu wanazitanga ndogo. Let me tell you, the people who are banking a lot of money ni hao. Even more than those guys who are going for degrees. I'm not saying that degrees ni mbaya, but those guys, a guy who was admitted in some tertiary university or institution, akafanya course ndogo hiyo unaita plumbing, akapata hiyo certificate, akarudi tena akapata diploma. That guy makes more money than even a civil engineer somewhere. But people don't know that. People think that doing a big course, ati doing ni kubwa, sasa nitakuwa bazu. No. Just work smart. That concerns your capability, your muscles. If the fees is not there, if the grade is not there, start small. If the grade is there, go for it direct. Sote tutapatana bank. Kuna pesa imeandikwa huyu ni wa plumbing na hii ni civil engineer. Hakuna. Tupatane bank. Geukia mwenzako mwambie tupatane bank. Yes. Hiyo maribu iliisha. Kitambo kulikuwa na hika sumba ya when people go to the university, kulikuwa mna discriminate hata. Watu wa school of engineering wanatembea wakipana na wa school of education. Kuna kwa utoto. But nowadays the world has changed. And just because I'm doing computer science, says you na mtu mwenye anafanya a school of music. No. Tupatane bank. Each and every course here has its tab. When you waliunda curriculum, hawako wajinga. Every course has an opportunity. So let no one cheat you. Let no one cheat you ati lazima upate A ama B. Ati ndio uende ufanye tertiary education. No. Nowadays TVETs are there. Even if you talk to this kama Kemu, you talk to the Thika School of Medical and Health Sciences, utapata hata wako na course ya D. Iko hapo. It's because these grades, they are unfair sometimes. Because your grades in Form 4 are not your own grades. They are grades which are subject to external forces. Hiyo grade ulipata sio wewe. Hiyo ni grade ilideterminiwa na vitu mingi sana. The school you went, maybe hamkuwa na facility, maybe hata siku ya exam ulikuwa unauma na tumbo. But people will judge you with that grade. But that is not you. That grade is just a qualification that we use in the country. That is not you. The grade has nothing to do with you. Hata mimi naweza kuwa nilipata A, na that's not me. That's just the environment I was in. Maybe I was in a very good school. I give this example sometimes, which is the smallest school that you know in Mombasa. Don't mention it, wanasikia wewe. And someone who is in alliance. If a guy in alliance who has a potential to get an A straight, if he gets a B plus, that's case one. A guy who has a potential to get an A, but he ends up getting a B plus. Then a guy in a very small school, a day school, yenye ina facilities, haina nini, au walikuwa na hata wafunzi, he had a capability of getting the maximum angepata ni C, lakini akakamua akapata D plus ama akapata hiyo C tu. It's better this guy from this school mwenye amepata his maximum potential kuliko ule mtu wa B plus mwenye hiyo sio potential yake. That's why a grade is just a qualification that we use in the country to make you move to the next level. Doesn't matter the bridge, the destination is final. I love it when I challenge you that every time you feel that you are going through a lot, just remember that someone else hana hiyo ka opportunity kadogo kenye uko nako. Someone else somewhere hana kabisa. Mwingine hata hana macho ya kuona hizo notes unasema ati zitanilemea ama hiyo fees ama anything. Whatever we have as per now is enough to take us wherever we want. How I wish tumepatana after 10 years tuone vitu watu watakuwa. I'm very sure that all these guys seated here, you guys have our future. Dare to dream. Go for it. Don't mind about the bridge. Tupatane destination. Tupatane bank. We are all here to make cash. See? But you go through the academic way, you'll never cry. You'll never. This, I want to conclude before I receive your questions. Kuna hii issue ina trend sana of late ya ati masomo isaidi, how many people are seated with degrees, hey, usidanganye na mtu. Usijaribu kudanganya na mtu. That person unadanganya amekaa na hiyo degree, hebu nionyeshe mmoja amekaa na degree. That person has a potential, only that haijakuwa sparked. Kaa nayo. Mtu akikwambia hivyo mwambie sawa, acha mimi pia nikuwe nayo nikae nayo kama watu wengine. You know guys, young people are losing hope. Wanaenda mtaani wanaambiwa sasa wewe unasomea degree gani? Na ule mzee ndio ule pale kwa base ya Mungu kana ana degree. Huyo mzee siku moja atawaacha kwa hiyo base na mtashtuka ameenda wapi. Mtashtuka sana ameenda wapi. Good example ni yule mchungaji. Akona degree yake ameweka ya economics but hatumii saa hii. So somebody else can say, "Haiona hata bichi alifanya degree na hatumii." Hakuna kitu kinaitwa hatumii. Akitaka kuitumia saa hii ataitumia. Ama namna gani?
Kweli kabisa my friend.
Let no one cheat you. Getting a paper is useless. No, it's not useless. It's not useless. That paper one day will do wonders to you. And all I pray, before I even conclude my talk, I don't want to talk for long. All I pray is that whatever shortcoming, whatever difficult situation, iwe fees, iwe grade ndogo, iwe nini, usijaribu hata kidogo kuachilia. Usijaribu. These are the institutions. Talk to them. Wasumbue. Tell them, hapana bwana, hii course ya 17k, mimi niko na 4k bwana. Watakuonyesha another way to maneuver. Na school fees kwa issue. School fees, it has been an issue. Hata Raila ukimuuliza atakwambia alikuwa na shida ya school fees. So hiyo hatutumiangi kama excuse. Everybody go ask them, these big people in the most successful guys you know. School fees has always been a problem. So it's not an excuse. Only that people don't know that you can start from small, moving upwards. Eventually tupatane wapi? Tupatane bank. And at this point, I would like to have any question from you, so that msinisikize for long. I'm not a motivational speaker, na naanza kuwa boss. I don't want to do that. So if anyone has any